we finally got the big shark after about 8k catches. We also trained our cooking to level 80 on lobsters. We called it the Fishing Guild. And last but not least, we finally got our first 99 in old school RuneScape, which is one of the best feelings in the world. Hey all, great to see you once again. Before we get into anything, I wanted to give you all a bit of an update of some decisions I've made regarding the status of the account. It's nothing too crazy, I think, but we'll get into that in a second. But I've had quite a bit of time to reflect through this 99 fishing grind. And in doing that, I've really realized 4 major things regarding the account and kind of how I want to move forward from here. So the first one is, and it won't be a surprise to anyone, is I don't like backlogging anything, okay? I like to try and basically complete everything possible I can in my chunks. And I don't like backlogging whatsoever. Now, everybody would be aware that I have this massive smithing grind, and the more I look into it, the more this smithing grind is just absolutely wild, like crazy, considering I can't mine any ore, and I don't have access to a furnace, so I need to take time to be able to collect nature runes, and my sources of nature runes are pretty abysmal, to be honest. So that is another key issue that the account is facing at the moment, and I really don't want to backlog 85 smithing. The third thing is, and everybody has probably done this by now, but sailing came out in November of last year, and I've been watching quite a bit of content regarding it and, seeing all the updated things on the map, and I want to sail. I think it's cool. As you probably know from episode 1, I do not like locking skills behind certain areas of the chunk, like obviously construction's a bit of a different one, but yeah, I will be unlocking herb lore pretty soon, hopefully, because I just don't like locking things, or locking skills. I like training all the skills. It's just the way I like to play, which is, everyone's different, but that's what I want to do here. So, and the fourth major point that I have is I just want to have fun. Like, that's the key thing here. We all play this game to have fun. I have fun playing it in this way and creating content for you all to enjoy. And I think a key thing to make it fun is to make the journey as unique as possible. There's a lot of YouTubers, a lot of different chunk accounts out there, which all have some great content, but I think everybody just likes to see a unique spin on it. That's what makes chunking so cool. So taking all those factors into an account, had a moment there. But what I'm going to be doing to solve all these issues is I am actually going to be adding some chunks to the grind that we have access to try and make this as interesting as possible, but also meaning that I do not need to backlog smithing. So, which ones are we going to unlock? Well, let's just wait and see. Okay, so by now I have explained to you all what my plans are for the additions, not exceptions, the additions we are making to the chunk, because we're not putting anything on the backlog. We are just adding some things to try and make it a little bit easier. As I touched on, the key thing is I need a furnace. If I'm going to do smithing, I need a furnace. It's just not feasible without a furnace. And I want to have fun. It's simple as that. I want to have fun. I'm enjoying playing this game mode. People will say that I'm not a purist. Well, that's fine. I may not be seen as a purist, but I like playing the game in this way. And yeah, I want to complete every single thing possible. But some things are just, yeah, too insane. Absolutely too insane. So I'm going to be unlocking East Arty and West Arty, which will give me access to both those chunks, and obviously I need to complete all the associated tasks in those chunks before I roll again. Also, as well, side note, it's been 297 days since I've rolled, so it's going to be a very long time before I actually roll, but yeah, this is, I guess, a little bit of a bonus, 300 days in, basically, for these chunks. And the reason that we're unlocking East Arty is for the furnace, and West Arty is for my sailing exception. So the reason is that sailing has a port. And thematically, I'm just thinking that I've unlocked sailing by having access to this. So I will complete the Pandemonium quest, which will, generate some tasks for me. And then basically from this chunk here, once I go to roll again, any of the ocean will be rollable as well. And basically the way that this dock works, I've had a look, it really gets kind of cut off. You can't dock your boat without this Necromancer's chunk as well. So that's going to be unlocked as well. So I will be unlocking these 3 chunks. I will be doing all the tasks associated with them. There will be no backlogging. And I will still be completing all my other tasks here. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, I'm going to be ticking off this one now because I need to get the Dragon Full Helm before I roll again. So yeah, so without any further delays, let's go ahead and unlock and let's see how many tasks that we need to do. So that's going to be unlocked. Actually, I'll tell you a better way to do this. Let's seeing everything in motion here. Oh, we've got 3 chunks. Let's roll some chunks so it goes here as well. So which one are we going to unlock first? Oh my god. The suspense is killing me. East Arty. And there's a bucket load of tasks, which we'll go through in a second. Okay, so we are now going to finally unlock a chunk. It's been like 230 days. Let's see. I do not remember how to do this. Okay, bear with me here, but it is very exciting to be able to unlock a chunk. I can't honestly remember the last time I rolled. Not that this is really a roll, but it is something. Come on, where the hell is the button? Let there be light. Did that work? No. Okay, this should work. There we are. Okay, here we are, straight into the west part of East Arty, and look at that. There we are. We have our beautiful furnace that we are going to be spending a lot of time at. Thank God for that. Yeah, that's very, very important for getting out of this chunk, obviously, for 85 smithing. What else do we have here? Councillor Hargrave. We've got the Arty Zoo. We also have, that pet lady, who I don't think does anything anymore. And this shop, which gives us our first pickaxe. It also gives us some wool and a tinderbox, and rope and vials of water. So that's going to be important in the future. And also, we've unlocked our first altar, which means I don't have to reset prayer from Barbarian Assault. And we are going to let there be light in the east part of East Arty, or the East Arty Market. Let there be light. Okay, apparently not. Let there be light now. There we go. Okay, what do we have here? Some warriors. We've got a hero, which I think is a new chunk task. We can get a POH, which unlocks construction. Got another bank. We love banks. And then that's the Arty Market. Let's go. And this is the important part. There we go, the dock, which is the way that we are unlocking sailing. So as you can see here, this is where you dock your boat, but I need the buoy, which is not in this chunk, which sucks. So unfortunately, I have to unlock the Necromancer's Tower as well to unlock sailing properly, and once I do that, I will be able to dock my boat. There we go, dock my boat here, which means that when I do roll in the hopefully not too distant future, I have the ability to roll a sailing chunk, which is very, very cool. Let's go check out the Arty market now as well. Bank deposit box. What else do we have here? We've got the gem store, which I think is a good thieving method. A hidey hole. God, I haven't spent time in here since like I was very, very young and pickpocketing Arty Knights in that building. I think to the north up here. Yeah. And the bakery stall. We've got a mansion, which I think's for a quest. We've got the silver stall, which sells silver ore, which could be a way to train smithing. Probably not very well, but could be a way. So, yeah, I think that's basically all the unlockable places in the chunks. And now I've got to work out what the chunk tasks are. So, because we're not backlogging anything, we still have all the chunk tasks that we previously needed to get to complete. So, most importantly, we have to finish Barbarian Assault. We've still got a few items to collect there, and we also need to obtain the Penance Queen pet. We need to finish the Ancient Cavern as well, which means that we still need the Mist Battle Staff, as well as getting the Draconic Visage from the Myth Dragons. Now, because I have rolled a chunk with a tinderbox, the grind of level 85 fire making comes into an account, which basically means that I need to get the Dragon Full Helm, which is, yeah, a bit scary. I've got to get that from Chewed Bones, but I'm assuming I'm going to go pretty dry on the Draconic Visage, so I don't know, maybe we'll get unlucky on one of them. So we will need to get the Dragon Full Helm, which in all honesty is probably one of my favorite items in the game, and is an item that I have got as a drop before from Chewed Bones in RS3, so who knows, might get lucky again. And there's a bunch of other random achievement and quests we can start. But there's quite a few main skilling goals, so we need to get level 90 agility now to complete the Rooftop Arty course. We need to get 85 cooking to make a part wild pie. We need to get 85 crafting, which we need to be able to make the magic pyre logs, which also require 85 fire making. We need 60 defense to either wield a dragon chain body, which we may get from Barbarian Assault, but is highly unlikely, or the Dragon Full Helm. We also need to get level 81 farming to grow a dragon fruit tree. We need to get 90 mining to mine a size 9 shooting star, which it was always the plan to unlock mining anyway, so that's alright. We still have 85 smithing, 61 ranged, which we already have, but we need to get some runite bolts. We need to get 28 sailing so that we can unlock port tasks from Arty and dock our boat there. We also need 80 thieving to pickpocket a hero, and 57 magic to cast level 4 enchant. So in a nutshell, that is basically all the big tasks we have. There is 67 tasks all up that we need to complete. But yeah, by definitely adding some chunks, we have made some grinds easier, but also definitely made some harder as well. So I still want to tick off this thieving goal, so hopefully with this chest here, these blood runes, come on, 250 XP. That's level 64 thieving, which is great. What's that unlock? Lizardman Temple. A little bit far away from us right now, unfortunately. Come on, this should be it, I think, if I've counted it correctly. 65 thieving. Ooh, what's that unlock? Surely that's a big unlock for something. Watchman, Magic Stall, Spice Stall. Ooh, I don't know if I've got any of them access to. I have to check that out, hey. Okay, so I'm just wanting to tick off some chunk tasks today because I haven't in ages. So I'm going to start Alfred Grimhand's Bar Crawl Challenge, which I can start but I can't finish. And also as well, you can see here there's a Barbarian, which I just discovered that I have access into my chunk outside of the outpost or the agility arena here. Which also drops an amulet mold, which I need to get to make some amulets later, so I'll come back to that. But there is the Bar Crawl card, and let's see where we need to go first, hey? I think Trinum Village, or Trinum Stronghold, sorry, to start. And is there any more around? We will figure it out. Okay, in the stronghold, I was correct. I gotta speak to, not this gnome, where is it? Talk to the barman. What are you gonna give me? Fire Toad Blast, okay. Sounds pretty good, actually. What's it do? Hurts me. Okay, is that it? There we are, there we are. Bar Crawl 2A completed. Look at us, ticking off one chunk task. I think there's one more we can do. Yep. Flying Horse Inn and Artie. So let's race off there. Okay, in the Flying Horse Inn, speaking to the bartender, and we are going to buy, not a beer. Oh, we've got the Bar Crawl. A Heart Stopper. Okay. Let's see. We take a shot of the Heart Stopper, and that is complete. Look at that. Now, also in this bar, we can speak to Lucian, who is a pivotal figure in Gillinor, to start the Temple of Ikov quest to get the Staff of Armadil. This is the only step I can do, though, I'm pretty sure, and I'm up for it. Oh, we got the Armadale Pendant, which would be good if we got to God Wars, because I'm pretty sure that counts as an armor item. But that's all we can do here, so let's tick it off. Where is it? Here we go. Temple of Ikov, Part 1. Okay, still an Artie, and we can start Hazel Cult. So let's tick that off because we can speak to our good friend here. That's that completed. And it's been a hot minute, but we are back completing Plague City. Well, not completing Plague City, but doing, I think it's step 4, because we got this rope that we can now tie to the sewer pipe. And do we talk to him? Because I think we pull it. Yeah, let's get to it. And we are going to pull this grate, which means that we can get into West Artie, but obviously we need to unlock the chunk to do that, which I really wanted to do, but I don't want to do because it has an anvil, which means 99 smithing, so let's hope that's not for a little bit of time. And back out here, I think that's all I can do. So yeah, that's Plague City 4 completed. Keep going. Okay, big moment here. Now that we have an estate agent, I can buy a house for 1,000 coins, which means that I can lamp construction now, but it also means that 99 construction could be very, very close in some of our neighboring chunks, which is scary, but nevertheless, that's a chunk task complete. And one of the other tasks that we can do now, because we have access to everything, is obviously complete sheep herder. So we talk to Councillor Hargrave here about the plague in the sheep. And then we go and get an outfit, the protective clothing, and we go prong some or poke some sheep and feed them some poison to kill them. Which is what we will go do now. Okay, got all the damn sheep in. I think they recently made this a bit easier, so it wasn't too bad. But let's get these bones. So we poison them all, poor sheep. This is an example of a basic quest, but like absolutely amazing foreshadowing in the whole Elf quest series, which is, one of the reasons why I love quests and RuneScape. It's just, it was so well designed in the good old days. Even now, it's very well designed, but yeah, just top tier video game, isn't it? But let's use the sheep bones here, and then I think we can go back and complete the quest. Okay, back to Councillor Hargrave. Yes, we disposed of those 4 sheep. Does that mean that we can complete the quest? Yes, I have. Look at that. We got some gold, and we've completed a quest. We now have 5 quest points, which is, amazing. Sheep herder quest complete. Very good to get a quest done on a chunker, I can tell you that right now. And another classic Ironman task here, completing the easy task for the Arty Diary by stealing a cake. So that is easy task 2, and we have to pray at this altar, and that's another diary task in the easy diary. Task number 4 done. Look, there's my cute little beaver. Haven't got a pet in ages. It would be a great time to get another pet. Bit annoyed I didn't get the fishing pet on the level 99 fishing, but I'm sure I'll be back pretty soon. Now, I need to speak to her about pet insurance or something, I believe, to unlock the task. Can you talk to me about pet insurance? Yeah. Which, I don't know, I didn't really play old school when this pets first got released, but I think losing pets was like a massive thing, which is why this chick's in the game. But it's not that relevant now because you don't really lose pets that often. So, is that a task complete? No. Okay, why can I not get this task? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, I need to check here. Let's check and see. Come on, yeah. I've been killing those barbarians for a long time already. Over drop rate. The amulet mold is 1 in 128. So I'm just over that. I'm at about 140-ish at the moment. And the easiest thing to do is to hop worlds to kill them because they take ages to respawn. Where is it? Very random as well. I had no idea that a barbarian even spawned out here, but it is very much needed because I don't even know why they have these amulet mods. Oh, yes, there it is. Oh my god, finally got it. Okay, back in Arty to complete another easy diary task, which is to sell silk to the silk merchant. which I had to wait for, I had to be out at Artie for like 20 minutes or something like that of in-game time to be able to do that. So I'm back now, I sold that, and that's that easy task complete. Now there is also something else here that I want. I don't really know where it is. Nope, it's not a jug. Where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, maybe up here. Yep, there it is. Look at that. We now have access to a chisel, which means that I can finally cut some gems, which is great crafting XP, which will be very much needed with this level 85 crafting grind we have. So that's the first 3 gems cut on the account. I'm going to go check out this. Where is it? The smith, not smithy, God. The furnace, because I'm going to make my first amulets on the account, which are actually really massive DPS upgrades for all 3 of my combat styles. So I got these gold bars from random events over the years, and the first one we're going to make is a sapphire amulet, and then I'm going to make a ruby amulet, and then we're going to make a diamond amulet. Let's do that. There it is. Oh, I forgot. I need level 70 crafting for this. FML, I forgot. I completely forgot. I did not have level 70 crafting. I am going to have to train some crafting now to get this amulet of power. I did not even think about that. Okay, we'll come back to that later. But let's first enchant what we have. Where's my stuff? There it is. 7 lava battle staffs. They're 1 in 32, by the way, from low gambles, if you didn't realize. FML. Okay, do we enchant that first? No. Okay, string it. There we are. And we have unlocked our best in slot magic amulet, amulet of magic, which is great, going to be very much needed. And there is our amulet of strength as well, which is really good for a melee setup. And I need 5 crafting levels now. Fuck. Okay. So I've just decided to cut some of these gems in the bank, see how much crafting XP I get, and that's 66 crafting, so that's the first level. We still need another 4, so I'm just going to keep cutting away, but this is great crafting experience. If I could get more gems. Level 66 is air battle staffs and blue d'hide vambrances. Okay, so the other way that I can train crafting in my chunks is actually pretty cool and pretty niche to, you know, chunk accounts like me that have these chunks unlocked, these specific chunks, because I've got this Raslo, I'm going to call him, trader here, who sells a sickle mold. Where is it? In his shop full of random crap. Now I can buy this sickle mold, and then I go back to Artie. So let's go head back there now. And back in Artie, I can steal. Oh, there's level 66 thieving, but let's see what that is. Hallowed Sepulchre. Cool. Let's use this as well. On mining, and that's level 5 mining, which is great. But yeah, I can still silver bars and craft them into sickles. Ooh, we love mimes. Come on. What are you going to do, dance? Oh, he's got to think. Got to think. Let's tick that off, and that should be hopefully the last part here. Yep. And there we are. That is going to be a mining level, I hope. Yeah, level 7 mining. Ooh. Very good to see. Very good to see. 3 levels away, and then we can start finally training mining as well. Oh, and 1250 total. Wow, that is pretty cool. Can't complain about that. Okay, steel and silver still, and that's level 69 thieving. Got to get the 69 in, so nice. Far out. Okay, close the door. Let's steal from this stall again. And that will be level 70 thieving, which is a pretty big unlock, I think. Because, yes, we can steal from paladins, which are actually just around here. Okay, I don't even know what these things give you, but let's tick this off. We're going to have to get this dipshit off me, aren't we? Yep, okay. Oh, it's amazing how they just forget about you when you go up and downstairs. But anyway, let's pickpocket. Of course, we're not successful on the first pickpocket. Why would we be? We only just hit the level. No, okay, not successful again. Oh, come on, pickpocketing. Let's go. Third time lucky? Third time lucky. Yes. Ooh, 2 chaos runes. Interesting. Is that a guaranteed drop? Because if that is, that could be very interesting in the future. I did not know that. I will have to have a think about that and see if that's useful. Okay, gonna do some crafting training, which is also smithing training, and look at this. I know it means not much to you, but 14 smithing XP. Smithing without using nature runes or lamp. It's just a man's dream. A man's dream, I can tell you that. I'm going to enjoy this. And this will be... No, this one? So close. We're edging. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. There we are, level 41 smithing, which is actually the first smithing level that we have got smithing ore in a furnace, and that's steel chain bodies as well. Okay, AFKing today, we have some lamps, so straight into mining, level 8 mining. It's going to give me level 9 mining maybe? Look at that, level 9 mining. I don't think it's going to get level 10, but we are so close. We are so close to mining levels. That is great for today. 42 smithing, just using these silver ores, and that steel kite shields unlocked as well. Tick that off. Okay, I'm slowly starting to run out of ore, but I'm loving this furnace, even though it is, you know, it seems like it's close to get to this furnace, but you got to run around this stupid bench, which is annoying, and you can't click the majority of the time straight to the bank booth. But that doesn't matter when you hit level 43 smithing, like we have just done. Boom, steel claws, not useful, but definitely cool, and I wish claws had more use in the game. Okay, first crafting level from the sickles, and that's level 67 crafting, which is, onyx, didn't realize. Yeah, it's not too bad here. So we just use these silver bars here, and that's 50 XP. And that is level 10 mining, which, if we check the unlocks, means that we now can use shooting stars and train mining. Oh my god. Okay, I have to go work out to see how I can find a shooting star. And that's it for today. So thank you so much once again for watching this video. Hope you're enjoying the series so far, and if you are, please like and subscribe. Means the world to me, and it means that I can get this content out more, because I proved to my wife that my hobby is not useless and it brings people joy. So thank you once again. And I hope you like the rule set that we kind of changed today. It's a bit different, but hey, it's going to make things a hell of a lot more interesting for you all. So thanks again, and be back before you know it.